Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, Episode 6. I wanted to have a KeKe. Melody, she got her little hot girl outfit on. She's meeting Kimmy and Stormy, and they are, meeting at some place to have margaritas and tacos. Kimmy is straight away. Listen, I thought that first, they have to do the pleasantries or whatever, and we bring up the slumber party, and Kimmy asked if she thought that it was successful. Because Melody is like, I thought that it was successful. Girl, no. Was not, but okay. Melody says that she of course she does, she feels like it was successful until y'all got into it with Tiffany. And Kimmy is like, nah, let's draw the line where it needs to be drawn. Stormy had issues with Tiffany, not me. Me and Tiffany was working it out. And of course, production shows the footage of Stormy talking to Tiffany, and Stormy tells them that they're good. We had drinks. They ended on a good note. So she feels like they're starting in a better place this time. Kimmy wants to know why Tisha wasn't invited to the slumber party. Destiny and KeKe got KeKe got an invite, but Destiny and Tisha were left off. And, she's just wondering what's happening with that. Mel says that she and KeKe have a mutual friend. They've been cool for a long time, but as of lately, she and KeKe have chatted it up on the phone. They're forging a friendship, and she says, so I invited her. That's just that. Kimmy's calling bullshit, of course, in that confessional, but she gonna take it with a grain of salt, I guess. Mel, she goes on to tell them about her sit down with Destiny. And Stormy asks, if y'all will ever get back in a good place. And she says, absolutely not. That friendship is done. Tied, severed ties, all of that. Kimmy is like, well, what's that going to mean for the rest of the group? Because she's planning on having a housewarming for Jalen. So, and I want to invite everybody. Well, who's everybody? Everybody. Like all my friends, everybody. Everybody except for Martell. And she's like, oh, you're not going to invite the good guy? Kimmy's like, here you go. I said he was a good guy, and I still think he's a good guy. Like, he's done some turd shit, but I mean, he's still a good guy. And I'm going to say he's a good guy because he's a good guy. Melody feels like, oh, it's just funny. I find it funny that all of a sudden you don't want Martell and his mess around now that it's, dropped on your doorstep, now that something involves you. But when it was me, it was give him a chance. He's a good guy. And so Mel don't really have no sympathy for Kimmy and what she's saying right now. She's just like, she'll be there. I'm flattered that you would choose me as opposed to Martell. Because she's like, if I hadn't come, would you had invited Martell? And she's like, yes. I mean, listen, you the one said you didn't want to film with him and that you don't want to be invited to places where he will be. And I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm just letting you know. So there's that. Destiny, she drops by Martell's house. And I don't know why she keeps making she just keeps making emphasis on the fact that they're such good friends, such good long time friends. And it's like, we get it. The fact that y'all keep stressing it is going to make us all believe that there was something romantic that happened in the past. Because y'all are landing on thick to make us believe that y'all are just friends and you go back a long time ago. Okay. I guess it's to justify her dropping by his house and dropping by his business, ventures and things of that nature. People can be friends. And I think mature people know that y'all don't have to keep driving the point home. But anyway, she goes there because she want to talk to him about Mel. And it's like, now Mel says she didn't want you talking to him. And instead of respecting that, she's just not really there yet. Or she's not really okay with the fact that my friend is still friends with my ex-husband. That's normal. That's normal. Those are normal feelings. If my best, I don't even want to say it, but let me not even put that out there. But I got some friends that her husband and I are mutual friends, and I've known her longer, yes, But he and I have also been friends for 15 plus years. And so if something was to happen, I would really be in the middle, because it'd be like, they're both my friends. Granted, by default, that's my girl since we was 5. And so it would be no mistake about it whose side I'm on. But still, I get where Destiny is. But she met Melody through Martell, so that's completely different. You know, it wasn't no situation where everybody grew up together or had come into contact with one another throughout childhood, because they've met. She and her husband now, they had met before in the past, you know, back in high school or back in college, but they didn't reconnect until, you know, we were grown. Long story short, Destiny and Martell's relationship shouldn't be called into question at all, because it's okay that they're friends. It's okay that they're friends. And the fact that Melody wants her to choose and wants her to not be friends with him because Melody had issues with him, it's like, that's childish and petty and asinine. and it's unnecessary. Anyway, Destiny, they're basically, you know, commiserating on the Melody hate, which is, again, not going to make Melody feel better about what y'all got going on, because it'd be one thing if you came over here and y'all just chopped it up, but you going over there just to talk about me some more. Why? I don't even like him. So again, here you go, befriending the ops. And so you're doing exactly what she's asking you not to do. So I mean, Destiny, you can't be confused by Melody's disposition on all of this. Martell feels like she's trying to turn his friends against him. I mean, Martell, pot, meat, kettle. Okay? Because both of y'all asses is doing the same thing. But anyway, him more than her. She don't really be bringing him up like that unless, you know, somebody brings it to her. Anyway, Wanda, she drops by on Tisha. She got her business license. Congratulations. Wanda says she here for Marceau's money. Tisha's like, oh, I'm going to run it past him. You know, he wanted to see how serious you were. And I guess we can see that you're serious. And she tells her she's going to have to work in the kitchen. You know, she wants her to get some experience in this, because running a business, especially food in the food industry, is not going to be easy. And so she needs all the help she can get. They changed the subject, of course, to Tisha and her friends. What's going on? And Tisha tells her about she and Kimmy's conversation and that they cool. And she was like, oh, and Kimmy told me that she was at Melody's Christmas party. She had a summer party, and KeKe was there. You know, Tisha always do that when she being messy. KeKe was there. She got the voice. It's the voice and what she does with it. She told me that KeKe was there, and I guess she just finds that funny. KeKe was there, and of course Wanda. That's all she needed to hear. The niece, yes, the niece was there. Of course Wanda don't understand why she's sitting up fooling with them messy bitches. She said, see, I told you. Never trust anyone that buys shoes that don't come out of a box. They're sneaky and they're liar. They're a liar and they're fraud. Ooh, Wanda is so funny. Wanda, they're talking about KeKe and KeKe being jealous and envious and all of that. And in the confessional, Wanda say, KeKe is image of Tisha's life. She's image of Tisha's accomplishments. She's image of Tisha's, well-beings and how she lives. I said image. I had to rewind it a few times. I was like, what word is she trying to use? And then I looked in some comments and a few other reviews, and the people are saying she was trying to say envious. And I'm just like, no. Ain't no way she was saying envious. Ain't no way she was mistaking image for envious and envious for image. And why did them producers just sit there and let her say that? They just be sitting there and letting her look dumb. I don't like it. I don't like it. Tell that lady, excuse me, what was that? I would have said that. What was that? At least give us a subtitle or something. Help her out. Stall her out. Y'all just be having Wanda in that confessional sounding crazy. She be sounding like that. I'm telling y'all. Listen, don't worry about people. Don't worry what people say about you. They're going to try to belittle you. They're going to try to satirize your name. They're going to try to sabotage you. They're going to just do anything they can to destroy you. She imaged Tisha's well-beings and how she lives. Anyway, Melody, she drops by Tiffany's office and she tells Mel about the baby wishes and all of that, blah, 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 blah. Before, growing the family some more, because she had some complications in her first pregnancy. And so, you want to know what's going on genetically with you on both sides so that, or should I say you want to know the health history on both sides so that, you don't have no surprises. Because that's normally when the surprises come. Find out about all the ailments. Find out about all the ailments. I went up in there and them people said, you're going to need to take iron pills because you're anemic. And I'm like, what? I ain't never been anemic. Babies suck the life out of you. They suck all your nutrients out of you. And you got to put it back with prenatal vitamins and whatever other pill they give you while you're pregnant. Whew. That's why we're not doing that no more. We're not doing that no more. Anyway. Mel. What's the lady name? Tiffany. Sorry. Tiffany wants to find her biological father. She found her mother. She wants to go to Utah to find her father. And Mel basically invites herself. Oh, you want to Utah to find your father? Girl, did I tell you that's what I do? Girl, that's what I do. I'm a detective. I'm a private eye. That's what I do. Of course, girl, I'll go. It's like, nobody asked you to go. Nobody said this was an open invitation. I said me and my husband was going to go find my daddy. Now, the least Melody could have done was wish her well. And she could have did something from the house. But she just invited herself on a trip. Wanda, of course, she went straight to KeKe house. They were so nasty to one another. It did not look like auntie and niece at all. It looked like two strangers off the street or two, this was kind of like a woman to woman conversation, It was like, hello, Barbara, this is Shirley. It was kind of like that. KeKe, of course, because we're talking about the situation and her talking about Tisha, blah, blah, blah. KeKe was ready for it because she already know the minute Tisha tell her mama something, here come her mama. So she already knew. She was waiting on her at the door. But things get heated real fast once they start talking. Basically, everybody talking in circles. KeKe feels justified because it's like, your daughter was sitting up with her friends talking about me. Like, she ain't no victim. And, Wanda don't want to hear that. KeKe has had enough and just breaks it on down, to the pathology of it all, Her dad and Wanda, they have a sibling rivalry, which has trickled down to their children. Off the bat, she's like, I wasn't even supposed to be, coming near y'all. Y'all lived in the projects in the hood over there across the tracks. And we grew up in suburbia. And I wasn't supposed to be around their child house. But when I got 13, I reached out on my own because I wanted to know y'all and I wanted to have a relationship with my cousin. But y'all have fostered this dissension between me and my cousin and this competition between me and my cousin because it's always, KeKe got this. Well, Tisha got that. Well, KeKe did this. Well, Tisha did that. It's all that. So y'all the ones that drive this rivalry. And Wanda, she ain't got nothing to say to that because it's the truth. I'm certain it's the truth. KeKe said, I ain't jealous of Tisha. And nothing she has. And I'm trying to figure out what she would be jealous of. What? Because she got a husband? Marceau. Like he a prize. I don't see it. He might be a prize to Tisha, but I don't see it. I don't see it. And I don't think a lot of people see it for Marceau. Anyway, Louis and Tiffany, they go round to the house in my neighborhood. Because I said, said Airbnb. If you're gonna Airbnb me. I want to be away in a house that don't look like my house. Okay, don't take me away from here on a staycation and it's the same setup. I don't feel like I went nowhere. I don't feel like this is enough. Anyway, she took him around to a little ranch up the road in the neighborhood. And she did the whole wine and dine thing. You know, she has a saxophonist there and it's all romantical or whatever. And she just flat out breaks it down to him. So about that trip to go see my dad, you mind it being a girls trip? And he was like, girls trip? I thought we were going. He looked very disappointed. Very disappointed. Her first husband, Dave, she called him Big Dave. I said, and you still calling him that? Anyway, she calls him Big Dave. Big Dave went with her to locate her mother. And so, of course, Lewis wants to be, you know, that guy for her when it's this time around when she's going to go see about her father. Tiffany's whole thing is, well, if I brought you, I'd be having to do all the legwork, all the talking, all the investigating. And when it comes to Mel, she seems very adamant about stepping in and doing all those things for me. And so I'd rather go with the person that's going to do all the legwork. I don't see a problem with that, you know. He just felt like it would be him and it should be him. I agree, Lewis. I agree. I wouldn't want my husband taking, you know, one of his friends to go meet his biological father. I'd be like, what? After I've been here all these years? You know, like, it's been me you've been venting to. I got words for the man too, so I'm trying to figure out why I can't go. So I get Lewis on that. But she tries to control his emotions in that. She's like, I know we're not getting upset. Well, the Whitlows don't do that. I'm like, so we saw a little bit into their dynamic. She's very manipulative. Y'all know I can't say the word. And by now, if you've been watching a while, you know that's one of those words that just will not come out of my mouth correctly. Do I hear it in my head right? Sure do. Phonetically and everything. But when my brain says speak it, it don't speak it. Anyway, she gonna make that into a girls trip, and that's really that. She changes the subject to having children, and he's like, girl, you work way too much. And he about 50. You know, he done got up in age. Them children are up in age and really can care for themselves. They're driving, all of that. And so he's ready to travel. You know, he's ready to ride out the last leg, you know, with a bang. Ready to travel, ready to have some fun. I'm with it. Don't try to throw no baby in the mix and I'm 47. Cause my kid's in college and I'm outside. I'm outside. I got time for no newborn. Running behind a newborn, running behind a toddler, and I'm 52. Hell no. Hell no, Troy. Anyway, that's where it ends. Y'all, did y'all see the trailer for what's coming? It's finna be some mess. And I'm gonna be right here. Right here to review it all. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.